Loughran a little bit taller, but much more experienced, as you can see. Jorge Santos, this is his pro debut. Loughran, this is his 40th professional fight, and with Satan Bet, he is 10-1 on.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest scheduled for 3 rounds in the cage contender lightweight division. Introducing your first fighter, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist making his MMA debut. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. He weighed in at 160.5 pounds. Fighting out of Dublin, Ireland, by way of Brazil, ladies and gentlemen, Jorge the Soldier Santos. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist with a record of 21 wins, 18 losses. He stands 6 feet tall. He weighed in at 160.7 pounds. Fighting out of Ballymena, ladies and gentlemen, Loughran. And when the action begins, the referee in charge is David Jones.
Massively experienced Greg Loughran takes on the debutant in Jorge Santos, a black belt in Jiu-Jitsu, but will it be enough against the rounded skills of the hitman?
Yeah, you know, we've said it before about Jiu-Jitsu skills. They're definitely a necessary component of what you need in the cage. However, Greg Loughran might not have a black belt, but he's a massively experienced grappler, and when we look down his record, we can see a lot of wins by submission. Yeah,
black and white shorts for Loughran, white shorts for Santos. Santos presumably will be looking to shoot, tie him up, and try and take this to the ground.
You'd have to say that that's got to be his best opportunity, his best chance of winning this fight. Loughran, a very experienced fighter, very experienced stand-up artist, just walking his fighter into the cage.
Yeah, lands a left shot on there, pulling guard. Santos, which is what he wants.
Still unusual decision. I would have expected him to try and wrestle for top position, but...
Well, he's got to think that on the ground is better than standing up against Loughran. See what Loughran can do from his top position, and similarly, can Santos produce anything off of his back here?
Yeah, like I say, got to be Santos' best chance.
The moment Loughran just looks calm.
Jorge likes the leg lock. He likes to get into a position to try and lock up the legs and go for knee bars, toe holds. In this case, Loughran able to stand up, use the cage and use the fence.
Loughran showing tremendous power and conditioning there to just stand up while holding Santos. Santos trying to throw up a knee and pull him down. Now Santos drops for the single.
Leg. He keeps his foot on the outside. Santos still pummeling on the inside, but where Loughran has that left hand of his, it's going to make it very difficult to catch the single, and the single is gone now. Switches to perhaps look for the high crotch.
Santos has one of Loughran's legs in the air, but Loughran still looks relatively balanced. Drops a short elbow there, drawing applause from the crowd.
Looking for an almost Uchimata attempt there from Jorge Santos, but trying to drive Loughran up against the fence. Again, not really working the head battle all that well here, Santos.
Loughran just trying to push him off, but Santos relentlessly coming forward, trying a little trip here. Gives it up. Loughran just wanting to create a bit of space, get himself off the cage.
And this is where Loughran this is where Santos wants it. In this position, looking for takedowns, looking for throws, pinning him up against the fence. Knee up the middle that time by Loughran. Santos doing well so far.
Yeah. Loughran just, he's not quite able to free himself, but you just feel that a big shot is, imminent if he can create that little bit of space.
Now, Santos doing well so far, but this time now grabbing the head of Loughran, maybe not the best position. And Loughran looking to try and work to the back, perhaps. Throw some short shots on the inside.
And they're separated by Dave Jones, which Loughran will be happy to see happen. Now let's see what he could do on the feet. Santos, the smaller of the men as well, so the reach advantage very much with Loughran. Oh, good left shot with the hook and straight right. Just glances. Santos comes back with punches of his own, Barry.
Yeah, Santos certainly has a lot of heart. Took a couple of shots. Didn't shirk from them that time, went in swinging instead.
Battling hard again for a position.
Loughran this time in the dominant position, getting Santos up against the cage. I wonder will Greg try for a takedown of his own?
Or maybe Santos is just going to look to pull guard.
Manages to reverse Loughran.
Couple of knees there landing.
Yeah, Greg Loughran for me seems to be really respecting the submission abilities of Jorge Santos, not taking any chances in the clinch where he might end up on the mat.
Another good knee, just driving some of the wind out of Santos. Exchanging foot stomps.
Santos almost saying, hey, I can do that too. And a good job by Santos so far.
You got to say that this fight has lasted longer than a lot of people expected. A lot of people thought Loughran would just finish this within a minute, 2 minutes, and it looks like Santos is more than certainly going to get out of round one and has made a bit of an impression.
Oh well, look, I was never one of those guys. I still think that Loughran's experience will still count, but yeah, Jorge Santos is a guy who's been around combat sports an awful long time. You don't just go in and fall over, you know. It's we saw it with Norman Park and Marcos Nardini.
Yes, indeed we did. But on that occasion, Park rarely was clinched and was able to really control it with some boxing.
Oh.
Lands with a left hook and another.
Just as we say it.
And just on the buzzer, Greg Loughran gets in another shot. Possibly just as the buzzer had sounded, Barry, but nonetheless.
Yeah.
I think we've got to assume that Loughran did win the round though still, didn't he?
Yeah, I think with that last exchange, I think so. He spent more time on top as well and seemed to land the better shots. I think we'd have to say that yes, he won the round, but Santos has shown that he's no slouch. He's not going to just be pushed around in this ring.
And I think that's great because there was a lot of sort of internet chat and talk about Santos really not being fit for this fight and really shouldn't have been in the cage with Loughran, but proving he's doing well. Yeah. He's competing hard with Loughran, and it's not been going all Greg's way.
No, definitely not. And you know what? A lot of that chat is quite disrespectful.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
I don't think. I think no matter how much you think the thing is a mismatch, I think you got to respect that the two guys are capable fighters, and they're both able to.
Well, let's see. Let's see if Loughran can land some of the punches that he did towards the end of round one, where he really did get home on Santos, and Santos will be looking, of course, to avoid that. Loughran just backing him up. Santos firing back the shots of his own.
Yeah, Santos is aggressive, you know, but look at the superior cage control. Santos spending his time up against the fence, quite flat on his feet, and now I think we have some blood from the eye or from the nose of Jorge Santos.
Yeah, Loughran's leading well with the left, with jab and hook.
Just a cut below the right eye of Santos. I think it was that jab that got through the last time out. Blood starting to drip onto the canvas here a little bit.
Just looking for his range, and there it is again. Oh, again Santos fires back. Loughran lands, but so does Santos. There's the blood coming out now of Santos's cheek. Missed with the kick. Greg backs him up.
Greg backs him up to the fence, unloads a little on him, and Santos manages to clinch up and hang on. Yeah, Santos showing he's not just going to stand there and be hit. And when we saw in one of the fights earlier, one of the amateur fights earlier, that we had a situation where people, even if you're an inferior striker, if you just clam up, if you just put your hands over your head, the guy's just going to keep hitting you.
Of course.
You know, throwing that shot back is often your best shot. And Santos doing well there, managing to nullify the boxing there of Greg Loughran. Holding on to him now.
At this
Loughran
point
with
it's
the double underhooks.
Loughran looking, and now Loughran breaks, fires an elbow through the clinch. Lands another one. Santos backing up, looking a little wobbly.
Now Santos seems to be in a little trouble here. And
right hand from Loughran.
Loughran starting to pick and find his range. And we saw this the last time we saw Greg Loughran.
Wild swing from Santos. Dives with a single. Good sprawl by Loughran. Punches. Oh, big left hook. Santos is in trouble. It's another straight left and a right. He's gone down, and it's been stopped, and wisely so. Greg Loughran wins the fight. The hitman is back with shots that knock down and knock out Jorge Santos.
Well, I think we called it. I said we were starting to find his range. We both saw it, and I think in the end, it's a predictable outcome, but Jorge Santos gave himself a lot of credit in that fight. Much respect to him.
Jorge Santos emerges with credit. Loughran is outside the cage, embraces his girlfriend, and the crowd are on their feet. They love this man.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Referee David Jones calls a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 9 seconds in the second round, declaring your winner by TKO, fighting out of the blue corner, Loughran.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please give a big hand for a very game opponent, Jorge Santos. Greg, let's bring you in. A lot of people did think this was a bit of a mismatch, but he did take you to the second round. What do you have to say about Jorge's effort tonight?
Excellent for his first MMA appearance. I knew he was going to be a tough opponent because he has a lot of martial arts experience. Everybody wasn't giving him a chance, but I knew he was in here for a tough fight. And it put me under a lot of pressure too, so that's why I didn't perform as well as I thought I could have.
Well, it did take you a round to get going, but once in the second round, you were able to pick him apart on your feet as you planned. Are you happy with the victory tonight?
Very happy with the victory. I went through a bad spell with a few losses. Now I'm back 4-0 again, so that's it. I want to keep it going.